I wasn't expecting you so soon. What are you doing here? Why are you here?
Why? Don't you remember my invitation? Come live with me and be my love? When love flew out the window, I walked out the door. But only temporarily, Maggie.
I think not. The keys, please, Roger. And in future appearances, which I hope will be infrequent, you can ring the bell, just like everyone else who visits us.
I think not. Well, smells like your usual perfect blend, Dowd. Would you get another cup, please? Now, as to the keys and who visits whom, we can conduct a more convivial conversation, can we?
There's nothing to discuss, Raj. You made your choice and I made mine.
Oh, I chose to merely avoid a scene, and I choose to avoid one now, if possible.
Well, good. I'd like to do that, too. Dowd very kindly packed all your personal belongings. It's in the upstairs hall. So if you'd be so considerate...
I only need a couple of suits and a few sundries, and as to the cartons, they will move when I move back in, which should be by week's end.
You're dreaming, Roger.
Maggie, you should start looking for a new habitat for yourself. A word to the wise, look further uptown. The further north you go, the rents go south.
Well, thank you for being so considerate about my pocketbook. But there's no need for me to look anywhere else because I'm planning on staying right here.
Schuyler, do you remember Schuyler? My lawyer, Schuyler? He assures me that he'll have you out of here in 3 days.
Will you tell Schuyler to talk to Faith and Jill? You remember Faith and Jill, your sisters? Well, they said I could stay.
You're telling me you dragged Faith into this?
Mm-hmm. And she agrees with Jill that you have treated me worse than shabbily. She's very disappointed in you, Raj. So too.
And what rotten, distorted lies did you tell them about me, Maggie?
The truth was ugly enough, Raj. You know, all things considered, you'd probably be better off staying at your club. That way you can play your little games to your heart's content with all the other boys.
My heart, which you know next to nothing about, does not respond to locker rooms or leather. What it craves is something warm and soft and feminine.
Then buy a female puppy. Some landlords allow them.
Some landlords allow puzzle cues, and that's exactly what I intend to get.
Puzzle cues? What's that? Some kind of yuppie pet of the month?
Persons of opposite sex sharing living quarters.
What person of opposite sex?
Will you take your pick? I've already picked mine.
You're talking about Delia, aren't you? Wait 1 second. Don't go anywhere. Answer me. Where are you going?
I'm going to talk to Jill and find out why she's crossed over to the enemy camp.
Anyone who'd resort to husband stealing wouldn't know much about manners, would she?
Oh, yes, excuse me, the Isle Rich. Well, at least I have a career.
What is that, Delia? Homewrecking?
I've just gotten a very, very good job costuming in a very prestigious gallery in Soho. My life is so full.
Full of what, Delia?
One more load, Maggie, and we'll be out of your way.
Oh, please, take your time, Raj. Did I tell you all how to live? You better? Surely you've been there before.
No, it's a fantastic new, very romantic apartment. It's what you call, well, Roger calls it, Egyptian revival.
Are you telling me that you and Roger are living together?
I didn't say that.
You didn't have to. I think you're disgusting.
Oh, you do.
Roger, what do you think you're doing? What?
I am taking my campaign chest to my new apartment.
No, you can't do that. Jill said so.
Jill has no control of my personal effects, Maggie.
She said you couldn't take anything out of this house.
This chest is mine, and you're not going to have it, too.
I am, too. I'm going to have this and everything else. I'm going to get you for everything I can, and then some.
That's exactly what our marriage has been like for you, hasn't it? Get what you can from me.
Donna, would you please stop?
Down, sit down. A hand here, please.
Stop them.
Coleridge, this is tantamount to larceny.
Mr. Dowd, this is my chest, and I'm taking it with me.
I don't care who it is. I'm sitting on it. Maggie, would you please die a break? I mean, what else do you want? Just give him the stupid check.
You just stay out of this.
No, I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it. I love it. What do you get out of my house? For what? And stay out of my house. You just can't now. Wait a minute.
Hold it! Haven't you girls heard the bell? Time out!
Oh, last act. Yeah, look at her. She attacked me.
That was the most glorious moment of my life, and I'd do it again in an instant.
Come on, Dee. Let's get out of here.
Oh, I'll get even got the trunk. Okay. Don't anyone come near me. I'll hit you. Tell you what.
Stop, please!
Get that trunk. Sergeant, bring that.
Oh, Kelly, fracas.
Maggie, should I call the cops? What is it, May?
It's this turnip. I can't get my throat.
Are you mad at me?
Why, did I say I was mad?
No, you don't have to say anything. It's just that you're killing that turnip.
Oh.
Are you mad about Roger and me?
What about you and Roger?
Well, the fact that he's married. But maybe that could be fixed because it was not a Catholic marriage.
Oh, really? It nevertheless was a marriage sworn before God.
It was unfortunate that Maggie was a loving and a deserving woman, and that she wouldn't lie, cheat, or hurt Roger. But she isn't, and she did.
All right, dearie, just stop right there. Are you truly standing here wishing me to condone this relationship between you and Roger on the grounds you, my girl, are fundamentally more honest person than Maggie? Tell me, is your conscience bothering you? No, because if it is, my dear, just convincing me that you're in the right is not going to help. I can't give you absolution.
I don't want absolution. May, right now, I have to do exactly what is right for me. I don't have to be clairvoyant to know that you don't approve of my living with Roger.
You know, Delia, I am making a heroic effort on this point to keep my mouth shut. Please, do me a favor. Don't ask what I think, because I probably will tell you.
I didn't ask you. Dave, I just wish you could see that Roger and I belong together.
You're the only person I know that is gifted with knowing what he has in store. And from what I can see, my dear, you've just been given a little shove ever since you came back.
May, now you know that's not true. Roger is my friend. I love him. Now what's wrong with that?
He happens to be a married man.
I don't want to discuss this. We do not see eye to eye on this.
No, you don't.
May, could I have some tea, please?
Of course.
And yelling in your silence, and that's just as bad.
You are determined, aren't you, girl, to feel my disapproval?
Maybe I just hate it when you're mad at me.
I am not mad. I am sad. To think that you can't even envision 30 seconds on this planet unless you're attached to some man.
That's not true. I've been alone. I've been alone a lot. In fact, I've been alone too much.
Delia, there is nobody that understands better than your chronological unwantedness and unlovedness when you were a child, and how you wish to make up for that. May I remind you that it wasn't so long ago that you set your cap for Francis, and then for Patrick?
I mean, the time to say he would.
Oh, don't start spreading guilt around here. That's not going to help. Girl, it's time that you realize once and for all that you, and you alone, have the answers to your problems.
Maybe I realize that. Maybe I have taken responsibility. I see it, and I want, and I go out and get it, because no one else is going to give it to me.
Delia, we're talking about another woman's husband. We're not talking about shunning some vegetable market.
Maybe that's what life is. Maybe life is just one big vegetable market, and I'm not going to get stuck with a rotten tomato. You don't understand.
No, I don't understand. I don't understand, and I don't condone, and I don't approve. And I cannot even imagine how you and Roger could believe that you'll have 1 ounce of happiness starting out like
You
this.
will have happiness. I made him happy before me.
Obviously, my girl, you've made your mind up, and there is nothing more that I can say to change it. I know why I get lured into these conversations so you can feel disapproved of and lacking in understanding. Sure, and that only gives you further motivation so that you can cleave to Roger as a salvation.
I lured you into this conversation. I did not lure you into it. You started this conversation.
All right, Delia Reed, Ryan Coleridge, Crane, don't you walk out of my kitchen angry.
Well, I'm not angry. Believe me, I understand completely. You are what you are, and I accept that. Now, I have a very important appointment with a man who's going to change my life.